guys. Wasn't going to make a voice video, but I feel like this needs to be talked about. I'm autistic, and I keep seeing these awful videos all over the place, and it's really upsetting because I really struggle, and I know other people struggle. There are a few kids at my school that also struggle, and seeing all these videos are really hard, and it just makes me not want to do things. And if you think I'm being sensitive, I'll show some clips of some videos, because it's by definition discrimination. You're actively making fun of someone. So if you are actively making fun of someone, you're bullying them based on their disability, which, yes, it's a disability. It's a mental disability. Sorry if I sound weird. I'm sick. I have COVID, but that's how serious this is. It gets to a point where I see so many people struggling with autism, and they're getting bullied at school and stuff, and it's like they didn't do anything wrong. This isn't even caused by. It's not like PTSD where it's caused by a traumatic event. They were just born like this. If they would have been born like this, if anything changed in their life. So seeing these videos can make people really upset, and a lot of autistic people deal with feeling suicidal or depression and all that kind of stuff, and it relates a lot with other disabilities, disorders and stuff. But yes, autistic, OCD, and I believe like ADHD. I think ADHD might just be a disorder, but I know OCD and autism, and I have OCD and autism. I have OCD too. Both count as disabilities legally. So you're making fun of someone for having a legal disability. You wouldn't make fun of someone because they're blind. If you would, I see why you would make fun of someone for being autistic. But if you wouldn't, well, why would you make fun of someone who's autistic? They have some chemicals in their brain wrong. It's not about their personality. It's about who they are. Why are you making fun of someone for who they are when they can't control that? It's so upsetting. And growing up, it's always been hard, being undiagnosed until now. Sorry, I had to take a break because I kept coughing. I'm going to show the videos now, and then we'll talk afterwards.
Molested by 16 autistic clowns. You're gonna
been hoping for penis all my life. Been sucking on dick to pass the time.
To the window, to the wall, till the sweat dropped down my balls, till all these. I said a phone. I said a phone.
So, as you saw, it's pretty bad. If you notice anyone and you know any of those people that made them or were in it, which I show Speed, I already have problems with him because he's iffy guy, but that wasn't his video. But so don't go harass him. Don't go harass the other guy who made a bunch. Don't harass anyone, okay? Also, autistic people are statistically likely to die at about 39 years old, which is because of a lot of things, genetic disorders, neurological disorders, accidents, mental health issues, but a pretty big one, well, the big problem is suicide. A lot of autistic people commit suicide, and people say it gets better with age, and it does. As you mature, there are fewer disturbances in their behavior, and their problems are less severe, and they might eventually live normal or near normal lives. But it doesn't matter if it could get better, because autistic children are having a hard time. They have a hard time understanding how other people think or feel, sensitivity to lights and noises, any sort of sensory or emotional thing. It's hard with. That's just what you struggle. We get upset and anxious over unfamiliar situations, social events. It takes longer for us to mentally understand things sometimes. Sometimes we just need a minute because everything gets too much. But autistic children, they, especially really young ones, they can't do anything about it. If they can learn coping skills, but they need people around them to help them, and they're not helping them. You guys are hurting them. People trying to hoping for people that understands, and it just, people don't understand, and it's just hard because it's a neurological development disability, so it's not, well, it can be physical symptoms, but it's not physical showing, like as in like the thing of autism. You can't see that just from someone sitting down and chilling. So that's why, like, it's such a big problem, because then people don't understand, and when they do find out, it's like, if it's left untreated, it can cause changes in brain function, and it makes that person more difficult to control impulse behavior or think rationally about their thoughts before they act on them. And it's, especially if it's a young kid, it's not their fault. And autistic meltdowns because of a sensory overload or emotional overload, it's not their fault. You shouldn't punish a kid because they're having an overload. If they're having a temper tantrum because they didn't get what they want, that makes sense. But if they are having a hard time understanding, like processing all of that, and they start crying or screaming or getting down and going on the floor, that's not their fault. That's their brain fucking with them. And I'm tired of seeing people make fun of, oh, those headphones, or, oh, why are they always crying, or, oh, why are they so weird? And a lot of those videos were talking about sexual stuff. Autistic people statistically have a hard time with sexual stuff and partners in general because of all the stigma around autism. So seeing all of this, all these videos, it's just horrible. And you have to think about autistic burnouts too. There's so much that autistic people struggle with, and a lot of them have other disorders too. They come like hand in hand. They can have burnouts, which is basically their stress gets too much and they experience a mental health crisis, basically, where it's like, but it's like, it can be from a mental health crisis to an autistic breakdown. It could be from the death of someone close. It could be going from school to work. It could be starting a school. It could be anything. Just rearranging things can be difficult, and you have to understand that. And if you're going to live in the same world as people, you need to understand that other people, just because you have the freedom of speech, doesn't mean everything you say is okay. It doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your action. So if you say something like, oh, autistic people are R-words, do expect resistance, okay? Do expect getting in trouble, okay? Either accept our existence or expect us to speak out about it, because I'm tired. I am so goddamn tired of going to school every day and seeing people make fun of me and calling me the R slur, calling me the F slur. If you can take away anything from this video, please just understand autistic people are people. 100% of autistic people are people.